First, top story, where police have freed a group of people who were being held hostage at the International Pentecostal Holiness Church in Zuurbekom. It's in the west of Johannesburg. Over 41 suspects have been arrested. Sadly, 5 fatalities have been confirmed as well. The attack apparently over the leadership of the church. Let's find out how this all happened and where we are now. Reporter Manqoba Nkunu is there for us now. Manqoba, hello to you. Drama this morning. Where are we at the moment in the situation?
Well, certainly, Gareth, we've just been told by the police, the National Police spokesperson, Vish Naidu, that all of the hostages have now been freed. In fact, a few minutes before you came to us, Gareth, we saw some of them returning back to the church. We do understand that about 200 people are actually residing within the church. So these are the people that are part of the church. They are church members, but also they also do voluntarily work here in the church in terms of cleaning and so forth. So we saw some of them going into the church right now, but we do understand that the crime scene, in terms of the investigation, is still currently active at this stage, Gareth. But what we've been told that there have been several arrests, 30 of those suspects being arrested and firearms also being confiscated. Police have also confirmed 5 deaths, and also some of those attackers have been said to have been taken to hospital after being injured from the exchange of firearm here. But let me speak to the police spokesperson, Gareth, Vish Naidu, who's the National Police spokesperson, about this situation. Vish, first of all, we do know that the hostages have been freed now. So in terms of the investigation, what is it that you're looking into?
Well, so far we're investigating multiple murders. There were 4 men that were shot and killed and burnt in a vehicle just outside the compound. There was a 5th man, a security guard, who was responding to a complaint here, was also shot and killed in his vehicle. So we're investigating 5 counts of murder. We also recovered over almost 40 firearms, including rifles, shotguns and handguns. So we're also investigating the possibility of them being in possession of firearms unlawfully. And of course, there was also reports of hostage situation. We have members from our Special Task Force, National Intervention Unit, as well as the Tactical Response Team, were able to successfully free hostages from some of the alleged kidnappers or hostage takers. And we are also investigating kidnapping as one of the crimes that was committed here.
What do you know about the suspects? How many of them have been arrested, and what do you know so far? I understand that members of the police have also been arrested, but not only members of the police, members of the SANDF as well.
Well, as I indicated earlier, we've arrested over 40 suspects, 6 of which are currently in hospital after having sustained injuries or gunshot wounds. Of those also arrested were a member of the South African Police Service, a member of the South African National Defence Force, a member of the Johannesburg Metro Police Department, as well as a member of the Department of Correctional Services. But we don't know at this stage exactly what the involvement of those members were. But we don't believe that we've arrested all the suspects. The National Commissioner of Police has indicated that provincial management must mobilize the 72-hour activation plan, which plan entails the mobilization of crime intelligence, forensic experts and so forth. And he's asked that all those responsible for this attack, maybe not directly but also behind the attack, that they be arrested and brought to book as well.
Okay. And in terms of the motive for this, what do you know so far? We've spoken to church members, and one of the executive of the church saying that this is a splinter group that has attacked. What do you know so far as police?
Well, so far, judging from the initial group that allegedly attacked this church, they said that they were here to take over the premises. So we also have information that there are conflicting groups within the church, and that might be a possibility of a motive that which caused this attack to take place. But we don't want to elaborate too much on the motive. We are exploring several theories, but until we are able to substantiate what those theories are, we cannot really make those public. We are investigating certain theories.
And what do you know so far, Vish, in terms of those who have died? Are they part of the group that was attacking, or are they actual church members?
You know, most of what happened here this morning from 3 a.m., everything was in complete disarray. So we've arrested all those that we reasonably believe that are suspects. We are busy interviewing them and interrogating them to establish exactly what the motive was, what could have caused this attack to take place, what the involvement of all those individuals were, who was behind the attack and so forth. But I cannot tell you now exactly who was involved, who was not involved. What we do know is that there are several families living on this compound, as you rightfully said, that they are doing voluntary work as well. We were able to rescue them. We have returned them to their places of residence, which were not active crime scenes. We've returned them, but those areas of this compound that are active crime scenes, they are still being processed by our forensic experts. So we cannot dwell too much on exactly what the investigation entails, because there is potential for that information to compromise our investigations moving forward.
The name of Michael Sanjan, one of the church leaders, has come up. Yeah. Are you going to call him for questioning?
I think it's too soon, premature, and it would be very irresponsible for us to be throwing names around now. Remember, the law states that only when people are charged and appear in court, they can be named. So I don't think we should be throwing names around now. That would be very irresponsible, both from us as the law enforcement as well as from the media. Let's just allow for this investigation to take its course, and whoever can support us in the investigation in whatever way possible, we welcome those people. We ask them to come forward and assist us and give us the necessary information. But let's not be throwing names around now of possible or potential suspects, because that could be sending out a wrong message.
And in terms of the church, some of the church congregants are saying that they're still fearful that there might be another attack. What are police going to still monitor the situation?
We have put measures in place. As you can see behind me, there are specialized units. We have members from the Tactical Response Team, the National Intervention Unit. We also have members from the South African National Defence Force. We also have mobilized, in terms of the 72-hour activation plan, mobilized our crime intelligence to make sure that there isn't such a repetition of such an attack, especially on this premises. Okay,
thank you. That was Vishnaidu, the spokesperson of police, saying that they will be investigating further the circumstances around here. I'm seeing some of those inhabitants of the church going in, a last group of them going in here inside. But I just want to show you the scene here where those 4 bodies were discovered. Just behind that police signal, you can see one of the cars there, Gareth. It still has smoke coming out of it. So we understand that there are 4 of those cars that have been burned here with occupants inside. They have been removed, however, by the forensic pathologist here on the scene. But in terms of the 5th body was found inside in a car, we do understand that there is also one of the people that was shot inside their car. So at this point, police confirming that over 41 people have been arrested, and they're saying that the investigations into this continue. They don't want to delve deeper, as you heard from Vishnaidu, into who really is being investigated by the police, but they will be looking at some of those theories that have been said by some of the church members with regards to what they believe happened here. Well, you can see the damage here, the sign of really what went down here. It is showing that there was really a hectic war that went on here at the church from 1 o'clock, we understand, this morning. But police saying that they managed to prevent a bloodbath, Gareth, with regards to the number of people that could have lost their lives here. So as we speak, the police forensic investigators are still inside the church to try and comb the scene and pick up the evidence that they're looking for in terms of where this investigation is going. But in terms of those hostages, they've now been freed, Gareth.
Extraordinary story, extraordinary scenes where you are now, especially that last visual of that gate, showing the kind of force used this morning to get into this international Pentecostal Holiness Church in Zuurbekom. Manqoba and Mqunu, thank you very much. We'll come back to you later as we get more updates.